The first thing you need to do, once you've installed the engine, which I see you've done, is you need to go to Astro modding GitHub. Go to this template. I'll put it in the Discord voice channel. So have you downloaded that? What you can do to download it is you can click the green code drop down and download zip if you don't know how to use GitHub. Okay, so you've got it open. Oh, Discord is shitting the bed. Alright, there we go. So now what you do is you unzip. Oh, you've already got it. Okay, so you've already got the template. Oh, you just unzipped it. Okay, so if you go into AC template main, and again, I don't know why it's. Oh, I see. You unzipped it like that. Okay, whatever. So yeah, what you do is you just double click astrocolony.u project to open Unreal Engine, and it seems to open it in Visual Studio Code. Are you sure you have? Okay, right click, open with, choose another app, and then look for another app, and then you go to your UE 4.27 install, which is UE 4.27 binaries, no, engine binaries 164, I think. Oh no, it's not engine, it's just, oh it is engine, yeah. Engine binaries 164, and then it should be Unreal Engine editor dot exe. Yeah, that one. Okay, that's probably going to take a little bit because you need to compile the shaders, but you only have to do that once. So in the meantime, in the meantime you can set up the scripts, I suppose, the automation scripts. So if you go into the automation scripts folder, the folder is empty. Oh, because you need to get the, okay. You haven't done, alright, yeah, I forgot about that. What you can do is, I'll provide, in mods channel, if you scroll up to yesterday, I posted automation scripts uml.zip. Okay, and then put it into AC template main. Okay, so then go into the configs folder. I need to edit local config, global config. You need to get your you need to set your Unreal Engine location path. So for me, that's F drive on Epic Games UE 4.27. You need to remove the, yeah. And then your Steam install, I assume, is probably the same. Okay, so, and then save that and open global config.ini. I suppose that's fine for now. So it has Unreal Engine, it's still compiling. Oh yeah, this is gonna take ages. So I guess I'll stop recording for now, and then we'll wait until your shaders are finished compiling. Yeah, so Unreal Mod Loader, yeah, obviously the way you do it is just run it and then think. But what you can do, if you close that, is if you go into Tools, and then Auto Injector, if you open readme.txt, it explains to you how to auto inject into the game when you run it. I'm glad to see that you know basic keybinds. I'm very happy.
Oh, I love people that know basic keybinds.
You're right, so now it should be when you load up your game, it will auto inject the mod loader. Maybe just check just in case. Oh, you have two projects open, what the hell? They're both the same, I think, yeah.
Where are these bots even going?
There we go. Very nice. So if you press F1, oh, never mind, doesn't matter. Yeah, just press F1 and you can see the mod loader there. Alright, nice. Okay, so now we can get to actually making your first mod. Now we get to the fun part. So if you close the game.
You recording again?
Yes. I
Good.
recorded all of that
I'll mute.
moments where they were being really dumb. No, I'm kidding. I'll cut it out. But so inside the content folder, you want to make a folder called mods in Unreal Engine, ideally. So Control Shift N, make new mods folder. Mods, yeah. Okay, inside there, make a new folder, call whatever your mod name. What mod do you want to make? Do you want to make, just call it test mod or something? Okay, and then in there, right click, and blueprint class, and you make an actor. I assume you've done basic blueprints, right? Oh, you haven't. RIP. Okay, whatever, it's fine. The real worked it out. I'm sure you will well too. So that you call mod actor with no spaces, capital M, capital A. Yep. Okay, so open that up. You just double click it. You can make the screen a bit bigger. There you go. Right, so go into event graph. So it's a tab along the top. Yep, there you go. So what you want to do is actually, why don't I just, it'd be easier probably if I just send you my, because I don't, then you have to make like the variables and shit like that. It'd be annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna send you like a basic mod with like nothing in it. The basic bit shit. Alright. So basically you have 4 red nodes, and a red node is an event. So an event is basically like a node that fires when something else happens in the program. And in our case, the injected DLL is calling it from like the C++ inside of it. So you have to worry about how we're calling it. We need to worry about what they're doing. So post begin play is what everything that comes out of that node is executed when the game is loaded, when the mod is loaded. And we don't have to worry about pre-begin play. You can just toss that to the side for now. No, we don't want to worry about pre-begin play. Post-begin play is the one we want. Okay. Mod menu button pressed is called with an index. So when you press button 0, because it's a 0th item in the element, in the array, sorry, which is the first button in the menu, it will call that event with index 0, and then the switch will say, okay, if index 0, we want to run the execution flow from that 0 pin. And you see 0, 1, 2, 3 is because I have 4 buttons in mod buttons. So if you go to the left hand side of the window, you can see variables. So if you click on mod buttons, and then on the right hand side you see default value, a bit further down. Yes. On this mod I just had some buttons in there. So let's call one the first button, we'll call it like disable HUD, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a HUD. So just type disable HUD in that box, or something like that. Okay, we will make a toggle after maybe, but for now we'll just do like one button disables and one button enables. and then you can change the other one to HUD-on or something like that. And then you can delete the other two. So to delete them, yep, just do that and delete. Yes, very good. Right. You see in the top left-hand corner, there's like cogwheel and a question mark. It says compile under it. You can click that and it'll compile the blueprint. An extra thing is you have to save it manually. So what you can do is if you hit the arrow under compile, yes, and then do save compile always. There's like a little, yeah, there you go. So when you hit compile, it will save it as well. It's just a little tip. So we now have 2 buttons, but we have 4 like pins off that. So what you can do is right click for 2 and 3. You need to click the pin, not the node. Yeah, click there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Right click that. Oh yeah, because you need to do the 3 first, that's right. There we go. I don't know why this version does that. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the mod met. So basically, the mod button, if you press HUD off, that's a 0 of 1, it will do the 0 execution flow, and if you do HUD on, it will run the stuff off the number 1. So let's not worry about that for now. All we want to do is worry about making the actual HUD. So if you go back into your content browser for Unreal Engine, which is, yep, that window, what you can do actually is if you see mod actor the tab in that window, you can drag the tab. So a bit like in the middle of your screen, you've got the tab. Yeah, you can drag that into the top, the bar, the very top bar of this window. Like if you drag it to the top of your window. Yeah, there you go. Right. This is a bit better now. So what you can do is in content browser, you can right click on the thing, yes, and then go to user interface, which is the bottom drop down, and then you can go to widget blueprint, and then this is like a widget. This is like text boxes and all sorts of other things on your screen that you can click on and all that. So call it HUD or something. I'll just quickly get to the same point. Move that, move that. Okay, so inside of here, just make a user interface called HUD. Okay, so if you open this, I guess just watch my stream. Probably make it easier for you. So we have like a canvas panel, right? And in this canvas panel, you can put like widgets and things. So let's just do text because it's nice and simple. And you can put it somewhere on the screen. What the real M18 did, which is nice, is you can select the anchor and you can anchor to the bottom of your screen. So now this is like guaranteed to be in the bottom right corner, or relative to the bottom right corner of the game window. Because before, if you like put it here, it would actually be like really far over to the side. And what you can do is just say like hello world, and then name it. I always like to call mine like txt something.
Yeah.
The important thing is you see in this bit, the top bit of the details, I've named mine something. There's a checkbox next to it called is variable. You want to check that. Okay. So that's all you need to do inside of this HUD widget. So you go back to your mod actor. What you need to do is construct this widget and you need to add it to your viewport. So what you can do is drag off an execution line and type create widget. I just keep typing. There you go.
Yeah. By the way, I did find out the depth that the giant drill will go to, and it's on my screen right now. I've already pulled up the drill, but yeah.
Okay, so you want to change the drop down to, so for you there'll probably be, yeah, there'll be a bunch. Just call it the one that you did. For me, I just called it HUD. Yeah, I think you called yours HUD as well. So now you have a return value to this HUD object, and that's important. So hang on, I just need to sneeze. Alright. So what you want to do is make a variable to store this value of this reference. So just call it HUD ref. Okay, and then you see in the details pane there's variable type. It's currently Boolean. What you want to do is you want to set it to type of HUD, this HUD widget. So you type in the search bar HUD, and there'll be a couple that come up. No, just HUD. Like the name of it is HUD, isn't it? Okay, and you get two that come up, HUD and HUD. You want the top one because you can see like the little widget icon, and you click object reference. There you go. So you got that. And then what you can do is you can hold Alt and drag the variable into the viewport. And then you can connect it up like this. And then you need to add it to the actual screen. So to do that, you type add to viewport. And it'll just, yeah, like that. So now when this mod is constructed, you'll create the HUD widget, set the value to a variable, and then also spawn it on the screen. And the reason we don't just do this, which we can do, we can just go directly from this to this, is we want to access this variable elsewhere. For example, in mod menu button pressed, the first button was turning it off, right? No, turning it on. I can't remember what you did. Doesn't matter. Okay, wait. I'll just switch mine so it's the same as yours. Yeah, okay. So what you can do is hold control and drag it out, and it'll get us like a getter node. And then you can remove from parent. So what this does is it reads the reference HUDref and removes it from the parent widget, which is just like the base class essentially. And then you can also add to viewport again for the other one. And you connect to the other button. So that should mean that when you click HUD on, add to viewport, HUD off, remove from viewport. So now you've made your first basic mod. You need to compile it. Oh, before we do that, let's actually set some text. So let's make a button called Hello World or something. Okay, and now you need to add a new execution from on that switch. Yep. So now you've got like a execution flow for that button. So to get this variable, we've set it to its variable here and we've got the name of it. So your name was like text something or other, what was it? Text test. So what you can do is drag out of HUDref and type get and then your text box name. So mine was text out. Okay, and then what you can do is type set text, and then there's a few that come up. You want set text and then in brackets text. It's with a horrible naming, I know. It's a bit weird. And then what you can do is change the text. So now, oh yeah, remember to hook up that white line, the execution line. So that tells it to set the text. And any getter node, like the blue ones, you don't need to hook up execution because it will just run when the thing it's attached to runs. So, okay, now we've made a nice mod. Let's like test it in game. So what you need to do is, and then I'll just, there we go. And then go into configs. So you need to change global to global configs. And now you change the mod name to test, because that was what we called it. Capital T. Yep. And then go into pack whitelist.ini. And we change that content mods to test. You can also remove that content baseline. Okay. So your config should be all good. So now if you go back to automation script folder, and then you should be able to run quick test mod.bat. And it will, yeah, it will say, oh, you're trying to run a batch script. Don't worry, there's no virus in there or anything. It might take a little bit on the first time because it probably has to recompile a bunch of the shaders. But it will be probably a fair bit faster. Okay, I'm going to stop recording for now because now it's time to pack the mod. For the second time because first time was compiling all the shader shit. So it shouldn't take like long at all anymore. There you go. Okay, and you see it worked, so what you can do is hit F1 and then go to logic mods and then test. Oh, it's got my description and stuff, and then mod buttons. And then you got HUD on, HUD off, hello world. And there you go, it works. You can see down there in the corner, it's changing the text. So yeah, you've now created your first mod. Well done. You know, the important thing is you now know like the pipeline, the modding pipeline.